So for today, what I want to share with you are how to fix this problem that I know many of us have, which is having inconsistent leads so that you can start attracting clients consistently. Part of your job as the CEO of your business is marketing yourself, especially if you are the expert and you are the leader, you are the thought leader that people are searching for, right? We need to market ourselves. Unfortunately, there's a part of this that cannot truly be handed off to a team or an agency like us. So we work with a lot of personal brands, but there's still that slight piece that we really can't take over for them. Like we can't pretend to be on video for them, right? So I want to share with you some ways to fix inconsistent leads and to do this really simply when you're marketing yourself so that you bring in more leads. And obviously with more leads, you bring in more sales. I have this thing that I've coined as the "you had me at hello" positioning framework. And this is one of those things that many people miss right out of the gate because we forget that as human beings, it takes about 3 to 5 seconds for us to make a first impression on someone. So when someone comes to me and says, Gina, I'm really having a hard time generating leads. Nobody knows what I do. Nobody takes me seriously. One of the first things that I do is I go to their social media profiles and I look to see what it looks like just a quick scroll through. And this "you had me at hello" positioning framework has to do with how are you positioning yourself in all aspects of those visual aspects that people can go scroll through and snoop to see exactly who you are, what you do, and who you serve. So think about or do a little mini audit on your own social media profiles and look at, for example, your cover images in all those places, your profile picture, your title. Are you linking, your website? Are you linking your social media profiles, your content? If your content is like all foods, kids, and animals, people aren't really going to get to know what exactly it is that you do. Okay. So there needs to be a really nice balance. And so one of the things that I experience with many of my clients is they'll come to me, we'll start working together. And prior to us working together, they'll say, Gina, so I've been running my business for a couple of years. I thought I was doing everything right. I was posting regularly, but I go and look and they're posting regularly just personal things, or they're posting regularly just business. They're not co-mixing them together because remember, as the personal brand, your personal and your business are a part of you and your life. So we want to commingle them, right? But we need to find that right balance. And so it's more than just posting regularly. It's how you're saying what you're saying. It's being relevant, being resonant. It's being conscious that you're not constantly pushing people to buy something with actually knowing what they really need or what they want, right? So it's a nice mix of all of that. And this is one of those things that doesn't come naturally. It's a skill that you learn. And that's why there's people like myself that you work with that can guide you, that can mentor you, that can even do it for you if you want to hire an agency like ours to do it for you, or you want to work with me on a more personal, small mentorship level to help you actually do this. The problem is that you might be putting a lot of effort into doing these things, but you don't have this reliable system for lead generation. So it's hard for you to build momentum. And so without that consistent flow of leads, you really aren't going to be able to scale or feel confident about your future or the future of your business because you have no prediction of, if I speak to this many people, I know that I'm going to be able to sell this many offers, right? Let me share 3 quick, simple solutions to help you with this. Okay. So the first thing is to make this really, really simple rather than just throwing spaghetti out on a wall is create a lead magnet that's going to solve a direct pain point that your ideal client has. Okay. Just one lead magnet. So let's say, for example, you are a health coach and your ideal client, their pain point is that they are constantly on the go. Say they're business women, they're constantly on the go. They can't plan out their meals. So they're eating out a lot, or they're just doing something really quick for their family and it's overwhelming for them. And what happens over time, especially if you're eating out a lot, you're probably gaining weight, you're not healthy. So they're having a hard time managing their work-life balance, right? So a lead magnet that you could create for them is something like a 7-day meal plan for busy professionals. Okay. That's number one. Number one, create a lead magnet. Number two is once you have that lead magnet created, you want to put it out there. And if you set yourself up to put this out there organically on your own social media, whether it's with static content like an image, right? An image of maybe some things that are inside of that lead magnet. Maybe it's an image of a healthy recipe. Maybe it's an image of you actually meal planning, right? You want a variety of things. Maybe it's a video in different ways. And you have a very clear call to action that will, number one, speak to a busy professional that's looking to really simplify their meal planning. Okay. Also, jump into groups, whether it's Facebook, whether it's in networking groups, in person, online, meetups, doesn't matter. But again, clear call to action. And what you want to do is then create, this is going to be step 3, create for yourself a very simple lead funnel. Now, when I say lead funnel, I'm not specifically saying that you need to create a landing page where people opt in. And then from there, it's going from here to there. You don't have to do all of that to actually make this work. Yes, does that simplify things? Absolutely, because it helps put things into automation. However, don't let that stop you from actually creating a lead generation strategy, okay? So you could simply have a call to action where you're asking people to comment the word meal plan down below. Everyone that comments, you want to respond to their comment. You want to track who commented. You could do this in a spreadsheet. One of my favorite tools, though, is Group Track, but make sure that you're tracking these people, right? Because it's all in the follow-up. So remember how I said many times we have leads, but what happens is we're either constantly chasing them or they just fall through the cracks because we forget that we've been actually having some sort of connection with someone. So you want to track these leads. After you have responded to their comment, like, hey, thank you so much. I'll send you a DM with how to access it. Send them a personal message. Say, thank you so much for your comment on my post about that 7-day meal plan. I love to send it to you via email. What's a good email for me to send it to you? Now, of course, if you had this built inside of a funnel system, we personally use Funnel Gorgeous. We recommend that with a lot of our clients as well, which is a form of go high level. You could have this inside of a funnel. So you have an opt-in landing page where people are actually going to submit their email address, maybe their phone number, their name, and you could send them that link for them to sign up because then you can follow up with some emails, right? However, like I said, you don't have to have all of those things in place in order to make this work. You can do this manually to get you started. And it's a great way to test if that actual lead magnet would work, right? If that's something that people actually want to consume. All right. Now, from there, you want to send them an email with your resource or wherever you're sending them to. Maybe it's a video on YouTube. But the main thing here is you want to capture their email address, their contact info, because we don't own these platforms. So if something goes down, which it has, that's like a day off for me, honestly. But people freak out because they have all of their contacts just on social media. You don't want that. Okay. So make sure that you are capturing emails. And then from there, you can then send them the resource. Now you're able to follow up with them again, maybe offer them an invitation for a 20-minute free consultation to talk about maybe their personal health goals. From there, you start to build relationship and so on and so forth. So these are really, really simple, practical ways to start generating leads consistently, but you have to step into action and don't overcomplicate yourself. I think we also typically get stuck because we feel like we have to have all of these pieces perfectly set up in order for it to work. And you really don't. Like I said, you can do these things manually. You do not have to actually build some sort of, automated funnel in order to make this work. Although in the long run, that will save you some time, but don't let that stop you. I'm always about step into things imperfectly because it's never going to be perfect. I will see you guys back here. And if you have any questions, remember, drop them down below. Bye.